There is a moment in this story that most people completely miss. Not the son coming home, not the father running, not the older brother's anger. Before any of that, there is a single sentence that, once you understand what it meant in first century Jewish culture, makes everything that follows even more devastating. Father, give me the share of property that is coming to me. In the ancient Near East, requesting your inheritance while your father was still alive was not merely impolite. It was not simply premature. According to the legal and social customs of that world, documented in the ancient text, Sirach 33:19-21, which every Jewish listener in Jesus' crowd would have known, requesting your inheritance early was the cultural and legal equivalent of saying, "I wish you were dead." The son was not asking for money. He was publicly declaring his father dead while the man still stood breathing in front of him. And the entire village would have known what it meant. The father could have refused. He could have punished. He could have disowned the boy on the spot and been fully justified by every social and legal standard of his world. He divided his property between them. No argument, no conditions, no lecture. He simply gave it. The son leaves, wastes everything, and ends up in a field feeding pigs, which for a Jewish boy was the most degrading possible occupation. He is feeding animals his own law called unclean. He has gone as far from home as it is possible to go. And then he comes to himself. That phrase in the Greek is eis houten de elthen. Literally, he came into himself, as if he had been living outside of his own identity the entire time. The pigpen was not just a physical location. It was the moment he recognized the distance between who he was and where he stood. He rehearses a speech. He heads home. But here is what most people do not know was waiting for him. In that culture, when a Jewish son had shamed his family as deeply as this son had, wasting the family inheritance among Gentiles, the village would perform a ceremony called kezazah, literally, the cutting off. The villagers would gather, break a large pot in front of the returning person, and declare out loud that he was cut off from the community, permanently. He would be dead to them. The father sees his son while he is still a great way off. He runs. In that world, an elder man running was considered deeply undignified. To run, he would have had to lift his robe, exposing his legs in public. He is not simply running toward his son out of joy. He is running to reach him before the village does. He is placing his own body between his son and the ceremony of cutting off. He takes the shame himself, publicly, so his son does not have to receive it. He falls on his neck. He kisses him. He puts his own robe on his son's shoulders before the boy can finish his rehearsed speech, covering the rags, covering the smell, covering the story written on his body by every decision he had made. And then he throws a party, not a quiet dinner, a public celebration, a declaration to the entire village before anyone can perform the kezazah that this son is restored. The ring on his finger, the sandals on his feet, the fatted calf killed and the music playing. The older brother comes in from the field, and here is the detail most people miss about him. Jesus told this parable to the Pharisees and scribes. Luke 15:2 tells us they were grumbling because Jesus was receiving sinners and eating with them. The older brother is not a secondary character. He is the primary audience. He has done everything right. He has stayed. He has served. He has never disobeyed. And he is furious that the one who did everything wrong gets a party. The father goes out to him, just as he ran to the younger son. He doesn't send a servant. He goes himself. And the parable ends there, open, unresolved. We never find out if the older brother goes in, because the Pharisees were still standing outside. Jesus left the ending open because it was not yet written. Which character are you in this story? The one who went far and came back? Or the one who stayed close and stayed angry? Both of them needed the father to come out and meet them. Both of them had a door open. The question the parable leaves, for the Pharisees then and for us now, is the same. Will you go in? Comment below. Which character do you see yourself in most honestly? The younger son, the older son, or somewhere in between? Tell me, because your answer might be exactly what someone else needs to read today. Tomorrow, the lost sheep. And there is a detail in that parable about what a shepherd actually does when he finds the lost one that most people have never heard.